Hey, welcome to the Cannabis Man podcast. Thanks for clicking on the show. I am your host, Don Kleppen, and I'm trying something new this week, listener. I'm going with what I'm calling a Shorty episode. I'm going to try and keep this one under 10 minutes. Just trying something new, figured it'd be fun. I still have the Illinois news joint wrap and a few news stories to get to about cannabis. So let's get rolling on this Shorty of the Cannabis Man podcast. Let's roll into the Illinois news joint wrap. That's right, this is the segment where I give you some headlines or events coming up related to cannabis around Illinois, and it's all brought to you by IllinoisNewsJoint.com. Think of it as the joint you can hit for all your Illinois cannabis news and reviews. Green Thumb Industries' Rise in Mundelein is the only on-site smoking lounge in Illinois. I've spoken on the show before about this public consumption notion, listener of cannabis. It's still very illegal in most places around Illinois, certainly around Chicago, but the Rise in Mundelein has a lounge and smokeasy, as they call it, which offers a unique experience. You look around, you buy your product, and then head to the back and smoke up. You can also utilize their tableside service, so you can order more product from the dispensary and continue consuming at your table. Check out the Rise Dispensary and Lounge in Mundelein if you are looking to smoke and stay a while. Aroma Grow is offering free beginner grow classes. Interested in learning how to grow your own cannabis? I know I am. There is a great opportunity right now to get started for free with classes being offered by Brian Marks at the Aroma Grow store. The 3-class series will discuss all information anyone needs to start growing, including how to propagate seeds, repot and clone plants, as well as information on nutrient deficiencies, pest control, and more. Classes are offered Sunday nights and Wednesday mornings. You can sign up for the free classes by calling 847-947-2857 or email aromagrowstore@gmail.com. And there are free tickets available to Cannabis Camp, the 6th annual Cannabis Camp coming up on September 10th. And Illinois News Joint is offering anyone interested a chance to get some free tickets to this wonderful, fun, outdoor, cannabis consumption-friendly event. 6 free tickets are being offered by Illinois News Joint in separate giveaways. All you have to do is some social media activity on Facebook or Instagram. Follow some accounts, tag some people, and make sure you enter before noon on Sunday, September 4th. Cannabis Camp offers vendors, live music, artists, food trucks, and maybe most importantly, cannabis consumption is allowed. And again, you can get your free tickets to Cannabis Camp, as well as information about all the great cannabis events around Illinois at IllinoisNewsJoint.com. Also, listener, as you know, I love starting my day with some cannabis and coffee. This week, my strain of choice, the strain of the week, if you will, is shortbread. This is a Cresco product. It is some flour I picked up at the local Sunnyside nearest me, which is in Wrigleyville of Chicago. I've mentioned this before. Shortbread is a sativa. You know, listener, I love my sativas, especially in the morning. Terpenes listed for the shortbread flour on Sunnyside.com include limonene, caryophyllene, and linalool. This is usually rotated seasonally, according to Sunnyside.com. They say it's a sweet treat to kick off your day. I definitely pick up some sweetness. I can't say it tastes exactly like shortbread, but there is a little bit of fruitiness. There's some lemon notes, typical of the limonene terpenes there, and some doughy sweetness. As they say, I do kind of get a little bit of the dough, almost a cookie style of taste. Leafly says smokers who try shortbread report feeling talkative, hungry, and uplifted. They give an average THC of around 14%. Sunnyside.com lists this particular batch of shortbread at 27% THC. So, listeners, shortbread is the cannabis, part of my cannabis and coffee regimen to start my day. I hope wherever you are in your day, it's going well. Before I let you go this week, listener, I had one news article that I thought was really important to share with you, and it kind of relates to what I was just saying about that discrepancy on Leafly.com displaying shortbread at a 14% THC average versus Sunnyside, which says this batch is 27%. Now, obviously, the dispensaries themselves are going to have specific information about the batches, but this article, which is from Leafly.com, by the way, published August 17th of this year, the author is Nick Jikomes, or Jikomes, Jikomes, PhD. I'm going to try and get him on the show here, but either way, I thought this article was certainly worth your attention. I won't read the whole thing, listener, as you know, but I am going to read a little bit of this so you can kind of understand what is going on here, and I'm going to share this article on the show's social pages so you can check it out yourself if you like. But it starts off, something is rotten in the legal cannabis industry. Jikomes goes on, in every legal state, the THC percentages printed on product labels are becoming less reliable. These numbers are too often inflated, sometimes drastically. What's worse, this is largely due to fraud rather than mere incompetence. Jikomes goes on to say not every lab is doing it, but too many are. THC inflation occurs when testing labs produce artificially high THC percentages for products. Labs are pressured, according to Jikomes, to do this by producers who want higher THC percentages in order to sell their merchandise at the highest possible price point. So I want you to think about this. This is why I felt it was crucial to bring this up. This sort of trend that we're seeing of high THC percentages listed on some of these dispensary products, I think we need to be A, a little skeptical, and B, wary. If these things really are being artificially inflated, especially here in Illinois, they're just doing this to jack up the prices that they can charge you at a dispensary. If they can point to this percentage on their label and says, hey, this is 35% THC, you got to pay $20 extra for it. And then you do, and then you go home and it's not actually that higher THC. Well, that's fraud. That's garbage. I am willing to spend more money for a premium product. But if I do, that product better in fact be premium. Nobody wants to be taken advantage of. So just think about that. Send me some notes or send me a picture if you find something that's not up to snuff. And I'm always happy to hear how your cannabis experience is going in these legal states. Going to be back again next week with a full episode, a full interview with a guest, and more on the Cannabis Man podcast. Bye-bye. Cannabis Man is an original production of myself, Don Kleppen. Original theme music by Yusu Kim, aka Goodson. Other music by Pat Perez, and logo designed by Vorbroker Media. If you like the show, please rate, review, subscribe, and share whenever you can.